ApexOnlineRacing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome to the 13th round of the AOR Hype Energy Xbox One Oceania F1 League. Today we are Spa-Francorchamps, where it hosts round 13 of the championship, designed in 1920 by Jules Thiers, and a track most notoriously known by its first lap crashes, especially the jump start from Pastor Maldonado in 2012, where the rest of the field got away after a jump start and Romain Grosjean cutting ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And who cannot forget Spa 1998, Wales wet conditions, carnage on the first lap where half the field got taken out, race had to be restarted, and also the incident with Michael Schumacher and David Coulthard, and that caused Damon Hill, in the Jordan of all places, to win. Spa in the early years mainly used local public roads around the track, and it was a treacherous 40-kilometre track. It was designed for speed, and it reminds you of the street circuits we see today. And the circuit has since then had a lot of changes. There's been roughly about 2 or 3 circuits, I believe. And then we have the circuit we see now, which has El Rouge, Blanchimont and Radion corners, to name a few. And the F1 Spa was been there until the 1960s. But there were so many fatalities and drivers began questioning on why they were racing on such a dangerous circuit. And that is why it wasn't around. But then about 2 or 3 years later, Spa was back on the calendar, and obviously the race we see today is the one that all the Oceania drivers will be racing on. The tyres available for today's race are the red super soft, yellow softs and the white mediums, with a one-stop strategy with the super soft to mediums or the soft to mediums. More about strategy as the race goes on, and I wonder what strategy the Oceania drivers will go on tonight. Fastest lap time around this circuit was set by double esports champion Brendan Lee with a 1:41.9, but we can see lap records broken tonight with lap times expected to be in the 1-minute 40s. And maybe the race time can be improved as well, as Brendan Lee also got the record-breaking race lap time as well. Here is the 4.3 mile circuit with 19 turns and 2 DRS straights. The first one just before La Source, and the second being at the Camel Straight. So it's very important to get the power on both straights. And now we're going to move on to a hot lap driven by Flores from PS4 Tier 1. Welcome to Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, where we are riding on board with Flores for the AOR Hype Energy F1 League, as he takes you on a lap around this beautiful circuit. We're going across the start-finish straight and then braking just before the 100-metre board at La Source. A very difficult right-hander here, but not much curb needed though. Now just about to head to El Rouge, the corner that most people know about today. Aiming for the left as you go up, and then onto the right curb at Radion, where we do see a lot of incidents in the past. Going through the Camel Straight, hitting the DRS flap wide open. Very important now to keep the car straight and narrow. Doing this will give you enough speed to go for the entrance of Le Camp. Touching the left curb, now approaching turn 8, another tough right-hander coming up. Very important to keep the car near the left curb to maintain your speed. Dropping the car down to 4th gear just as you brake for Pichal. Now down to 2nd as the track goes downhill. Power has been nailed on throughout these turns, and now we're going through up the gears here at double gauche. But this time not shifting down yet, staying around 6th and 7th gear. Starting at the left-hander and then going all the way to 8th gear as we go to Le Fang. Tricky part of the circuit to get nailed on. Aim towards the right here and then go towards the left. Will carry across the momentum towards campus. You brake a bit harder than normal and go towards the right-hand centre of the apex. Now this is the bit where you need to have the car at the most power, full throttle. Keeping the car steady around Paul Frere is definitely crucial at this point. The engines around here sounds awesome. Make the most of it. Don't lift the throttle at all throughout Blanchimont. This is the time where it can either be won or lost. Brake at 100 metres to get the bus stop chicane absolutely right. Use plenty of the curb on these final corners, and that is a lap around Belgium today. Okay then, so that was the hot lap from Flores, and now we are heading on to qualifying for the Belgium Grand Prix. I am Jess, one of your commentators tonight. Unfortunately, Fitcho could not make it into the commentary box tonight, but instead I have the amazing AOR Charlie going to be standing commentator, so welcome Charlie.
Yep, thanks for having me, Jess. Hello everybody, it's a pleasure commentating once again for Apex Online Racing Oceania. You can see, if you've seen the last few streams, that this championship is very, very close. It's a New Zealand ride in the Ferrari versus Greek Master in the Mercedes, and obviously Spa can change that all around. Spa, one of the most iconic circuits on the Formula One calendar. If not, I think it's actually one of the longest, if not the longest track on the Formula One. Laps we'll be seeing these drivers go around, but right now we're in qualifying, so we're going to see who's going to stick on pole position. But I can't wait to get things started, Jess.
Yes, I can't wait as well. And if you were watching the Hungary race last time, about the race basically tipped on his head, to be honest with you, and you may have missed the stream, but you may not have missed the clip that I did put out on Twitter. Basically what happened, basically Greek Master and friends were running P1 and 2 in the race, and Greek Master was basically controlling the whole race. He was on top form, and me and Fitcher in the commentary box were like, right, Greek Master is going to win this race, not much going to change there. But we were wrong. Greek Master was suffering some technical issues. His laptop and Elgato was playing up. We were in the party with each other later on after the stream finished, and the Greek Master did have a talk with us about what happened, and that what happened. And once he took back control, he was in a wall with Fens and Greek Master collided. They got wing damage, and that meant New Zealand Ryan won the race on track, but unfortunately due to penalties, DRC Jared took the win. And also Ryan's teammate Timo Marduk finished in P3, even though he had an alternate strategy last week. He was the one who got a podium, so it was expected to be a Williams 1-2, and now it was a Ferrari 1-3 pretty much. So that was really unexpected, but just goes to show that can happen in league racing of all costs, and it is not over until the checkered flag falls. And I wonder, is Greek Master going to have a better result this time about and forget about what happened in Hungary, or is he just going to let his negative mindset go to him? In my opinion, he'll just concentrate on the race ahead, forget about what happened, and go back to his normal self. And everyone is pretty much out at the moment, with most people qualifying on the super softs, Charlie.
Yes, so like Jess said earlier in the stream, the strategy is supers to mediums. I did see earlier that it could be it could be supers to softs. Maybe some drivers could risk it, but I feel like the safer option is definitely supers to mediums. And if you qualify out the top 10, you can do softs to mediums, mediums to softs, something like that. But yeah, you can see that we got quite a few drivers on the super soft tyres right now. We got DRC Jared and V Fens on the medium compound tyres, so we'll be seeing those guys go onto a softer compound tyre nearing the end of the session. But going through the order right now, we've got New Zealand Ryan who's taking provisional pole, but obviously all that could still change with about 11 minutes left to go. Greek Master in P2 with a 41.6, so both the championship contenders on the front row of the grid at this moment in time. Timo Marduk in the Ferrari, New Zealand Ryan's teammate, is in position 3 with a 42.5, also on the super soft tyres. DLG Gamble in P4 with a 42.6, that laggy person in P5 with a 43.7. DRC Jared on the medium compound tyres with a 43.9, with E Fens with a 44.7. He's just changed to the super soft tyres I've seen, and so has Jared, so yeah, that's a definite change in tyre choice. Neon Trudeau, Master Berserk, Pres BC, Rain and Roscoe have not set a lap time just yet, but with 10 minutes left to go, still a lot more times to come in, and still there's going to be a lot of fast lap times.
Yes, and in particular across the two DRS straights as well, it's very important to get it right, because there's a few people that can be taken out at Radion, especially around there, and that's where we've seen a few in the past in Oceania as well, so hopefully they won't get caught up in that. Quicksilver is unfortunately not here, and for the last two races he got pole position, one in Hungary and one in Germany, to help Greek Master out. And now Quicksilver is not here, it's down to Greek Master by himself to see if he could get a good lap in. Last week, even if Quicksilver wouldn't be here, Greek Master would have got pole anyway, so that he's all right at the moment, but New Zealand Ryan is still the one to beat at the moment. Times are slipping to be very close at the moment. We haven't seen anyone go into the 140s as of yet. As a Greek Master, looking at the stats, is the one that's looking to be getting more poles than New Zealand Ryan. Obviously, New Zealand Ryan got 2 poles this season. Greek Master got 3. DRC Jared got 3 as well. And the only 4 people that have won this season is New Zealand Ryan, Greek Master, DRC Jared, and believe it or not, HO in the Red Bull. So those are the only 4. They're in the top 5 for the championship. We may see someone else take to the sky as well. No one's running the alternate strategy at the moment, possibly apart from Roscoe who is on the softs at the moment. I'm just going to see who is on a flyer at the moment. Looks like Green Master improved slightly on his last lap, but he still remains in P2 at the moment. He's just basically concentrating on getting a good lap in, and due to the championship is getting pretty close now. The gap is now turned New Zealand Ryan's favour, Charlie.
It has 11 points. Is the difference between Ryan and Greek, obviously with Ryan on top. But the last race was controversial, to say the least. Yeah, it was definitely a championship turning point with Ryan, who took the win on track, but down to penalties he took second position. Greek leading the whole race until that unfortunate incident with his Elgato, I believe it was, which made his screen go black, and he crashed out with the fence on the penultimate lap. So that dropped him down to position 8. So Greek's got quite a lot of work to do in this race. He wants to try and get a good result here, try and pick up from where he finished last race, and it looks like he's just backing off from his lap because he might have just cut a corner there. But DRC Jared, who's in 3rd position in the standings, 51 points behind Greek Master. He's in P6 on track at the moment. So P2 still not out of the question in the championship for Jared, but yeah, he's again got a lot of work to do to try and get up there. V Fen's 4th in the championship, who made a collision with Greek. It looks like Fens can't really get a break, to be honest, after the last race, which was so unlucky for the Williams driver. He was just trying to avoid his teammate who was having technical problems. Then when he sorted it out, they were side by side, and then just having that collision there, just you got to kind of feel bad for V Fens. But yeah, he's 33 points behind Jared. So yeah, again, work to do, but can still do it. But yeah, he needs to have a good result here, Jess.
Yes, and just speaking about that, DRC Jared is just the first person to go into the early 1-minute 41s. So he just set pole at the moment in the Mercedes. So potentially he could possibly get his 3rd pole of the season and possibly level out on poles. Actually, no, he got 3 poles actually. Now he'll be the first person to break into the 4 if he keeps it up. That was a very good lap from him, and as the track starts to rubber up, it is getting really hotter in Spa as well. So I can imagine lap times will be insanely quick going towards the end, but they can't afford to push those supers a little bit too much. Now, interestingly, no one else has gone on for the soft apart from Roscoe, so that's probably giving us a little bit of a clue as to what the weather is going to be like. We haven't had any clear indication from the drivers on what the weather's going to be like, but usually when I'm in lobbies, if everyone qualifies on the softest compounded tyres, we could expect everyone to go basically going into the wet for the race. But they may prove this wrong. They may think the super soft may be the faster tyre, but it is not the best race tyre to start with, unless possibly you want to get a good pole lap in as well. But probably the top 3 will go on the super soft, but if I was them, going on the soft tyres would be the best idea, pitting around about lap 7 for the supers and probably about lap 10 on the set of soft tyres. Yeah, nobody's on the 140s at the moment. We've got 5 minutes of qualifying still to go. Mars Berserk doing very well in P4 in the Force India. He's the only Force India in the championship at the moment. He's looking to get a name for himself, really. He's representing himself in the constructors, and he really wants to get his name out there as well. And also Ben trying to help his teammate as well, as he's just come P4 there. He improved by 0.3 per second there, so not too bad from him. But again, in my opinion, he's not really going out for lap times. He is there solely to help his teammate out in the constructors very well before he goes to England for his new adventure, which I wish him the best of luck for that. Pretty much everyone else is in the pits. Timmerman is on a lap, TLG Gamble is out, and Roscoe is out. Rain, Neil Trudome, and Presbyterian, the only ones not to set a lap time, so they got to be quick if they want to get their one and only lap in, because a gamble if you set your one and only lap towards the end, because imagine if those guys bin it, in particular towards Radion, this could be detrimental in their race position, Charlie.
Yep, indeed. So, 4 minutes left in qualifying now. There's a McLaren going off in Sector 2. That's DLG Gamble at Puan, but looks like he's sorted himself out there. So, 3 minutes 38 left. So, this is kind of the time where some of the drivers want to relax. They want to look at the times and the leaderboard, see who's got the best sectors, who's got the best lap times, where you can improve. And we're going to be seeing some of the drivers come out about 2 minutes 50, something around that, 2 minutes 40 out of the pit lane, so they can come across the line to set their one and final flying lap to see what their fastest lap can be, as Roscoe is into the pit lane as well. Only drivers out on track right now is Greek Master, Timo Marduk, who looks like he will be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. DLG Gamble, I've got no idea what the McLaren's doing right now at bus stop, but I feel like he's just getting ready to start his lap time, and then the rest of the drivers are in the pit lane as well. Yet DLG Gamble started his lap time, and yet Ben into the pit lane. So still a lot of there's not a lot of time left, but this is where we see all the drivers put in their lap time, so everything can still change. We could see someone just take pole out of nowhere, or we could see the positions stay the way they are. As Greek Master starts his lap time as he comes across the line. He's currently sitting in P3 with a 41.6 going into turn 1, braking just at the 100-meter board, taking it in first gear before shifting up through the gears, heading towards Eau Rouge now, 2 minutes 20. So this is where we see some drivers come out of the pit lane. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen, we see quite a few drivers on their out lap now, as Greek Master on the top of Eau Rouge, opening up the DRS and flying towards Sector 1, Jess.
Yes, Greek Master has really got to make sure he can pull his lap out the bag, because maybe he may not have another chance to go on another flyer. So he's got to make sure he gets this absolutely right to challenge Gizia Ryan and DRC Jared up front there. He's got to make sure that he uses every bit of curb in some of the corners as possible, as mentioned in the hot lap earlier. Some bits of the circuit, use as much curb as possible, but obviously don't exceed the track limits, because that can cause a few problems. He's looking very strong at the moment, going through 7th gear around double bush there, and approaching La Fen now. Let's see how he manages here, dropping it all the way down into 4th gear as he approaches that corner there. Getting the right curb, he almost went a bit wider. There was someone that was just on the gravel in Sector 3. Didn't quite catch who it was, but anyway, let's concentrate on the lap. We're on 4th gear now. He's got to get full throttle, absolutely full throttle now, full power. He's got to make sure he gets the wheel fully planted on the circuit in order to stand a chance. He looks okay at the moment. He's on low ERS at the moment, but I just realised he was on a slow one, so that didn't really help me whatsoever, the commentator's courtesy. But no, it wasn't. My bad. Oh my God, my brain's not working. He has just got pole position. Oh.
Doesn't matter. He's at 41.1. You can see that's so close between Greek and Jared there. That's like 70 thousandths between each other. But yeah, that means Greek can't set another lap time, because he's used those tyres and he doesn't want to do any more laps on those. But that means the rest of the drivers are going to be seeing that lap time, and they want to push a little bit more. Jared, who did have pole position, now he comes across the final corner to start his lap time. He's going to try and push a little bit more, seeing that Greek Master come up at the top of his screen going purple. But Jared coming through the first corner now, shifting up through the gears, highest ERS mode possible before coming towards Eau Rouge. New Zealand Ryan behind DRC Jared as well, coming into heading towards Eau Rouge. Sorry, Timo Marduk coming through the final corner now, as he hasn't, I don't know if he was on the lap there, up these 42.1. Let me just check.
He didn't cross the line in time.
No, he didn't cross the line in time, yeah. So that's the end of his qualifying session, as we got Ryan coming through Sector 1 right now. 29.4 coming through the first sector split as he comes towards Turn 2, heading towards Stabilo. No, that's not Stabilo, that's Brussels, sorry. Heading towards No Name of Turn 11, as the checker flag has dropped here at Spa. Team Mardik is the only driver who's crossed the line, so at the moment he's starting in position 4 as we got Jared coming through, Pill Ryan also coming through Pill right now. Greek Master just getting out of the way of DRC Jared as we got Master Berserk who's not on a lap time. He's actually backed off from his lap. V-Fens coming through Sector 3. Neon Tree Dome coming towards the towards the line. What lap time can he set? It's a 42.1. Fourth position he goes, and Rain crosses the line in P7. Master Berserk, oh yeah, sorry, he's not on a lap time right now, but closest to the line, V-Fens, he's coming into bus stop, opening up the DRS. Now a little bit squirming on the exit, but the Williams driver, can he redeem himself from Hungary? It's only position 4 for the Williams driver, but DRC Jared, can he try and take pole position here in Spa? No, he cannot. He doesn't improve. What about Ryan? Can he take pole position here? He takes P2 in qualifying, and that is the second row of the grid for the Ferrari driver, and that looks like that is your grid for the Belgian Grand Prix. Greek Master takes pole position, not comfortably I have to say. That is 3 drivers within 1/10 of each other there around Spa. That is impressive. The longest track on the Formula 1 calendar to be within 1/10 of each other is it's a miracle. It's actually, I'm actually shocked that they got within 1/10 of each other there, Jess.
Yes, Greek Master really needed to get that lap in, and I was following that lap around him for the final time, and he was looking like he was on a fast one. He was looking like he was going to improve on that and beat Jared and New Zealand Ryan and onto the line. He was looking quick. I guess he followed the tips we were saying earlier to use as much of the curb as possible, and not necessarily don't use that much ERS as well. He only used 4 for most of it as well, so he was able to use most of his ERS and save them. And when he used 5, that was when he got the pedal to the metal, as pretty much as I was saying. So yeah, he definitely needed it. And with New Zealand Ryan in second place, it's going to be the top 2 in the championship fighting it out, as they're the top 2 at the moment. But we got DRC Jared in P3, Fens in P4, Neil Dome in 5, Ben having a not too bad qualifying today in P6, Master Berserk in P7, Rain in P8, that laggy person in 9th, and DLG Gamble rounding up your top 10 with Roscoe Arm in P11. Prez BC, I don't know what happened to him, he hasn't set a lap time, but Roscoe Arm and Prez will have free choice of tyre going into the race, of course, but we don't know what the weather is, so we can't really tell. But looks like it might be a dry race, but only a few people qualified on the softs, but we shall have to wait and see how the weather plays out here in terms of strategy, because one stop is definitely definitely possible here on whatever strategy you go on. It's just how long you want to get that stint working.
Yeah, looking at the qualifying results there, I just realised V-Fens qualified on the soft compound tyres and in position 4, so he's in a very, very good position right now. So he is going to go a little bit longer in the first stint, and then in the second stint he'll have fresher tyres, medium compound tyres. Unless he can surprise us and go on the supers, but I don't think that's going to happen. But medium compound tyres will probably be the way to go for him. But Fens looking like he's in a good position right now.
Yes, he is. A better position than he was last week, even though he gained quite a few positions on the start line. I think he's in a better position to try and hold off basically maybe Tia Mamada possibly, but New Zealand Ryan is in front of him, so the possibility of him trying to hold up that it might be not possible. It might be possible. We will have to wait and see. Fens is usually very good off the line, so maybe he could overtake DRC Jared. You never know, and probably help his teammate ever so slightly as well. So looking at the tyres that people have chosen for the bottom lot, Roscoe on the softs and Prez BC on the mediums. Now, Prez BC has gone for the alternate strategy, but at times that's proven not to work at times. But we've seen how the alternate strategy worked in Hungary with Tia Marduk. He started on the mediums. He made sure the medium tyres going on that long, and he avoided the carnage was going up front, and then he ended up P3. So it is possible. It is not impossible, I gotta say. So maybe Prez BC was taking a leap out of Timo Marduk's book and seeing what he could do on those medium tyres and see if he can stretch them a little bit. his best result, let me just check what his best result Pres BC. His best result was a P7 around Germany and Britain. So he is looking to get a better result than last time about. He missed last week, I believe. Yeah, no, it was Britain and Austria. My bad. It wasn't Germany and Britain. In Pres BC DC'd in Germany. Yeah, can Greek Master get a good run off the line? He's on pole this time, so he's one set in the benchmark. But DLC Jared is behind New Zealand Ryan, so maybe he could protect him a little bit there if possible as well. Because I know Jared and Ryan are in a party together as well. Maybe Ferns and Greek Master in a party, almost certainly. So it is definitely going to be about who is going to get the strategy right going to turn 1. The race is not over in lap 1, so hopefully they can all keep it clean together there as all the drivers are about to head towards the final few corners in the bus stop chicane, warming their tyres, and all the drivers are now going on the grid ready to start as Greek Master is going on the front spot with New Zealand Ryan lining up alongside him, Charlie.
Yes, so this is the Belgian Grand Prix for Apex Online Racing. It's quite cloudy here at Spa, so we could see a bit of rain later on, but right now it's dry, and right now the drivers have only got one thing to do, and looking to those 5 red lights. The green flags are waving here in Spa as we're looking to the 5 red lights. Maybe I'm not looking. I can't see lights.
No,
on
I
my
can't
screen.
see lights either. Oh, it's not. It's
Oh
one
dear.
of those. It's one of those glitches I think that we've had because it happened. Oh, I think it's Jared. It's Jared is having that issue. I think because I see his car twitching a little bit, but I don't know what's happened. I don't.
We'll be going to the 5 red lights very shortly.
Yeah, we will.
I've no idea what's going on here.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. We've seen this happen in Xbox One F1 in France, where Matt212 had that same issue, and he had to disconnect from the session. And also it happened when I was commentating on Xbox One F2. I've forgotten what race it was. I think it was Britain that it happened as well. So yeah, I can't really tell who's the cause of this because well, it might be just our lobby. I don't really know, but we will find out, guys. Don't worry, we will find out what is happening. So it's not technical difficulties our end, it's technical difficulties lobby end. So I swear, with AOR Oceania, we always have a problem somehow. Either the stream goes haywire, or the lobby goes haywire, or is someone having a problem with the driver's technology. It always happens. Last week it was Greek Masters Elgato that was playing up. So yeah, it's just a thing that happens with AOR Oceania, unfortunately. But yeah, as soon as we find out what I literally don't know. I don't know how to find out here. I don't know who's hosting the lobby either, so you know, I don't know who's caught. Well, to be honest, I think someone did get a jump off the line, and then they realised that no one else was going and just stayed on the grid, I think. So I couldn't really tell who was at fault there. So yeah. Very interesting.
I am trying to find it out right now, but yeah, sorry about this. It's definitely not our fault. I have no idea. I've never seen anything like this, to be honest.
No.
I've seen before that there's been no lights and then lights out just goes instantly, so I have no idea when to say lights out. But yeah, hopefully it's actually the same for everyone and we're not just looking at them. Wait, let me just... Oh, okay, I've got comfort. Ben is the one who's lagging. There's going to be some...
He's been having internet issues for some of the things he was doing earlier on as well, so I'm not really that surprised. That'll be unfortunate if Ben is the cause of that, because you'll have to reload. I bet you when Ben leaves the lobby, it will start again, but that will cause him a lot. That will cause a lot of issues. To be honest, because he's going to lose a lot of positions, so we might have to restart the lobby. Sorry. We're
getting a restart here because Ryan's just messaged me saying that we're going to get a restart, and yeah, so bear with us, guys. we're gonna get a quick restart, get the lobby going once again, and yeah.
Yeah, we are handling as professionals, to be honest with you. We want to get a race for you. We're not going to give up right here. And yeah, it's migrating host. So let me just switch scenes around ever so slightly, and let's get rid of the overlay at the moment. There we go. So whilst we wait for the lobby, and once we wait for our new invites, then it was a long while since we waited for that, to be honest with you. But my reckoning, I think Ryan is definitely going to challenge Greedmaster for that win, to be honest, and he's probably going to get they're probably going to get equal starts into turn 1. So this is going to be interesting. It's equal cards. I can't really call it, to be honest with you. To be honest, so we'll just have to wait and see about that, about what goes on. I don't know who won last year. I think it was Needed and Ryan that won in Belgium. So Belgium looks like to be one of Ryan's favourite tracks. So yeah. Someone did ask in the chat. Yeah, it did last long before it required a restart, I gotta say. But yeah, very interesting scenes here in AOR Oceania at the moment. It's kind of like Radio AOR, pretty much, kind of like Xbox One F1, but this time I'm not the cause of it. So hopefully we should get something sorted out soon.
I got another update. I got another update. It's not even letting the drivers leave the lobby, apparently. So I just got a message from Ryan saying that. So he said he's going to restart. I said okay, and then he says whenever it decides to let us leave. So apparently, it's not even letting the drivers leave. So
will they have to restart their Xboxes? Oh my word!
I don't even know. I think we'll have to restart the game. That's what we'll have to do. But
yeah, I think we all have to. Well, I can leave. I can leave. We as spectators can leave fine. It's just, yeah, we can leave the lobby fine. It's just them can't. So I think the drivers that are waiting, I think we'll probably have to restart our Xboxes quickly and then get into the lobby. But I think what we could do is just we could just leave the lobby and rejoin back. But so
yeah, I left fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna try right now. Obviously you can't see it at the moment, so I'm gonna leave the lobby now. Oh, I just saw 2 Force Indians. Okay, I just saw 2 Force Indians there, and I just left. Okay, that is interesting.
It's okay. We will get a restart.
We will get a restart. It's not a problem.
Okay, I just got an invite. I'll invite you.
Cheers, thank you. So we have got. I just got an invite sent to my Xbox. There we go. So hopefully we can get a clean. I'm guessing what's going to happen. Yeah, Ben just invited me. Thanks, Ben. I guess what's going to happen is I think New Zealand Ryan's going to, or Harry is going to get the results from the qualifying and set a grid editor. So it's going to take a while for us to get the lobby underway because New Zealand Ryan or whoever's hosting it has got to do it. No, it's Tia Mamada. Well, I think Tia Mamada was actually the host of the lobby. I think last time. I think that's what caused it because he was the host.
I think it was Ryan. I think it was Ryan who was hosting, and then Ben just. Yeah, I'm not sure, but.
Yeah.
Let's just start all over again and get this sorted.
Yeah, we're just going into the race. So me and Charlie are both in the lobby at the moment. There's 7 drivers in the lobby at the moment. That is Jared, Tim, Marnik, Ryan, Master Zerk, Freak, Master Fence, and Rain. So we have basically our top 3 in the qualifying already. So yes, and it is proving to be a point here that I wonder how this is going to go because obviously due to the lobby restart and stuff like that, they have to choose the tire that they started their qualifying on. They get more freedom in these types of lobbies because obviously it's the race. But if they start on a different tire to what they qualified on, except for Roscoe Arm and Prez VC who have free choice, they will get a penalty. So they just can't afford to change. That's one thing that's going to cause a bit of issues at times. And yeah.
This is awkward.
No, it's not. It's
Right.
not awkward. We are going through. We are AOR. We want to keep things nice and professional. We're like, we're not going to give up. Like, we want to give you a stream at this point in the morning or the evening and stuff like that. And yeah, we are here to entertain you guys. So we will make sure we will get that entertainment there. So I think whilst we're at it, I am just going to give you a rundown of I think I'm going to give you a rundown of who has won each race this season whilst we wait for the lobby to start, because we have nothing else to talk about. I don't want to bore you for the next 2 or 3 minutes, I've got to say, but and we want to keep things interesting. So the first round in Australia saw Greekmaster take the win from, I didn't get who got P2, I think it was probably a reserve driver. I think it was Dominator, I remember. Yes, it was Dominator who had got P2 there in Australia. Then who got third? I don't know who got third. But anyway, and in Bahrain, New Zealand Ryan got the win with Greekmaster in P2 and Ben's his teammate in P3. And Timo Malik DNF'd in Australia, but he got a 4th in Bahrain. In China, New Zealand Ryan got the win again, but this time HO got P2 with Greekmaster in P3. Ben unfortunately got a DNF there. In Baku, HO took his first win. I think he got his one and only win of the season. I think it was only due to penalties, I think, because it was a crazy race, I've got to say. And Ben's got P2, and Greekmaster and Ryan were P3 and 4. And in Spain, Jared won. I think he got his first win of the season there, with Greekmaster in second, New Zealand Ryan in third. And in Monaco, Greekmaster took the win, and Dropbear got P2 as well. So P2s haven't been consistent, I've got to say, throughout this. And Canada, Greekmaster took the win. In France, pretty much, Jared got the win. In Austria, Greekmaster got the win. And New Zealand Ryan got the win in Britain and Germany. And Jared obviously got the win in Hungary due to the issues we've had last week. So, yeah, a lot of interesting winners here. But I think so far, New Zealand Ryan and Greekmaster are equal on wins at the moment. So...
Yeah, sorry, Jess, I was going to say, I got a quick weather update. So we saw it was quite overcast, but it's going overcast and light cloud, so we won't be seeing any rain. What else was I going to say? I've just lost it, my mind's gone blank. Come back to me.
What did you say, sorry?
My mind's gone blank. I was going to say something, but I completely forgot what it was, so carry on.
Yeah, so I think we've got almost all the drivers about ready to go.
Oh, I remember.
So, yeah, sorry guys, we forgot about Proctor's stuff that got the podium in P3 in Australia. So, yeah, sorry, Brock.
Brock is actually crying.
Yeah, we didn't mean to miss you out. We're really sorry about that, we've got to say.
Right, driver's readying up, let's go.
Yeah, we're about to get started, I guess, which is yep. We were trying to find stuff to talk about, and one thing I messed up. But hey ho, I'm probably gonna get some blame or something saying, "Oh, you said this wrong," but never mind. But anyway, hopefully we can get going soon. It didn't take that long to get the grid set, so props to Team Amanat for getting the grid sorted as efficiently as possible. Because he's the host of the lobby now, due to New Zealand Ryan's connection issues. So, yeah, thanks to him for that. So, Brock is fine with that now. Brock is fine with, you know, we mentioned it now, so he's fine.
I was going to say that some people in the chat are a little bit confused about what we're going to do with this restart. So, we're not doing qualifying again. F1 2018's got this thing where you can put a custom grid on. So one of the drivers saved the qualifying results, and then they've putting everyone back in their positions, so from where they qualified in. So we're still going to have Greekmaster on pole, we're still going to have Ryan in second, and so on and so on. And it's against the AOR rules that you have to start on the same compounded tyre that you qualified on, so everyone will basically be on the supers apart from Fens, who was on the softs, and then the 11th and 12th, I think they can start on any tyres they want to still, because it really doesn't matter. They qualified out the top 10 anyway. There is a formation lap, so yeah, we're not going to get too hyped at the moment, but it's definitely going to be interesting. The short run into turn 1 and Art Pro Rouge, Radion, whatever you want to call it. There's been a lot of controversy after about what it's called, but yeah, we're going to get this race started very shortly.
Yes, we are as well. So all the drivers are starting to ready up. We are about to get underway, and yes, we have got the formation lap, and it's green lights for that. So we're all running good for that as well. So let's just switch over to the action, because you're wondering where is the action, but there we go. Voila, we've got the action for you. So hopefully no more issues, touch wood, and we can get this race and underway. Now, El Rouge and Radion, it's very important that you get these right approaching those, because if you do mess it up and get a horrible overtake in that one, that's probably going to set you up for the rest of the race. So it is crucial that they keep it clean towards the first couple of laps to make sure they don't get involved in these carnages, and then that is where they start to really hit home. But like we said earlier, there was carnage in 1998 Spa in real life, and also in 2012 as well. So this is a track definitely where we've seen the most incidents in real life as well. So I wonder how it's going to play out here. But I know these guys. I think they've learnt from their lessons from the previous races, and they're going to bring some interesting racing as well, and a lot of slipstream needed as well. Yes, as Sayo has just posted something in the chat about what the protocol was for what is basically happened. So basically what we've explained to you just now, so due to the fact that we had a massive disconnect and the lobby was playing up, we had to restart the session, and this is what we're doing right now. Squeakmaster is going through Paul Frere at the moment, warming his tyres. New Zealand Ryan not that far behind him. And I think, according to the tyres...
Oh my god!
What?
Sorry, Jess. Raiden's just binned it on the formation lap, which is interesting. I'm not sure if that was lag, but he's definitely crashed on my screen. Oh, and he's left, so...
Oh no!
Oh no.
By the looks of things, everyone's on the same tyres as they qualified on, so no disqualifications or penalties. So good job, guys. Following the AOR rules, and we've had a few races this season where they had to restart the lobby, and a few people did not qualify on the tyres they qualified on. They got a penalty, so looks like it's not the case right here. So as everyone is lining up on the track, waiting for the last few, and I will hand it over to Charlie, who is going to take you through the start.
Yeah, thank you very much. Right. Oh my god. Right, please, come on. Let's do this. Please. There we go.
Maybe. Yes, lights!
There we go. The drivers are looking to the 5-head lights. Finally, I'm actually blessed to see that. Just looking at them. Lights out, and away we go with Greekmaster on pole position, heading towards the short-term one with Ryan on the outside line. Aliza Jared's going to try and get the inside line into Dag. Ryan is going to go a little bit deep there, but heading towards Eau Rouge. Neon Treedome has to hold on to P5 for now. We're heading towards Eau Rouge for the first time out of 22 laps. Greekmaster's going to lead the way here with New Zealand right on the back end of Greekmaster. Nearly collision between those guys. Jared has to go. Oh, there's a crash between Jared and Greekmaster, but they've just about kept that okay. And look at the slipstream first heading towards the next corner after the sector 1 split. Greekmaster trying to go around the outside of his teammate. He certainly does. V-Feds up into P2. Where the hell has he got up that position up from? I've no idea. Right up into P3. But I was going to try and challenge V-Feds into turn 10. Is he trying to go around the inside of the Williams? He certainly has. Down the inside he goes. Jared also trying to get stuck in there into No Name of turn 11, and there's a collision between those guys, and Jared's been forced off the track a little bit there. But Neon Treedome down into P5. Team Amana trying to go around the outside. Treedome into Poo on. Has he made it? He has made it. Up into P5 goes the Ferrari, and Treedome down into P6. Now Berserk into P7. Laggy Person in P8 as they're getting a little bit feisty in there. DLG Gamble trying to get stuck in there, but that was a hectic turn 1. That could have been curtains for the front two drivers there, but Greekmaster still leading the way with Ryan in P2. V-Fens with a great start up into P3. but a bit controversial with his move on Jared there, forcing him off the track at no name. But you can see Jared just gaining in a straight line on the Williams driver, heading towards Buster. Fens is going to defend the inside, and Jared is going to have to back off for now. But Ryan trying to get stuck in with Greek Master as well as we head towards the line to start lap 2 after 22, as that is the fastest lap with a 48.8 for New Zealand Ryan. Jared still on the back of Fens, but yeah, things are starting to calm down a little bit now. But until we head on to Eau Rouge on board with New Zealand Ryan, you can see 3/10 is the difference between the Ferrari and the Williams as we head up Eau Rouge. A little bit of a lift from these drivers, but here you can see the slipstream. Is Ryan going to be gaining on the Williams driver? No DRS on them. It's only lap 2 out of 22. But is not close enough just yet. But DRC Jared is close enough to make the move. He tries to go around the outside of the Williams. The V Fens as Fens breaks late there, and that was well defended from the Williams driver of Fens. Jared still in P4. Oh god, he goes a little bit off track there, but just about saved that. So a very, very chaotic start. But luckily, it looked to be quite clean. No front wing lost, I don't think. But yeah, quite a chaotic start there, Jess.
Yes, but luckily there was no damage between the top 5 drivers. They all kept it together. It was a closer thing for Great Master and New Zealand Ryan, but they were able to hold it together, and they know each other quite well as well. So they are, even though they're competing against each other, they don't want to lose due to battles that go wrong. So that's why they're doing it. So props to them. At the moment, Jared is all over the place in terms of track limits at the moment. He's got a time penalty already in lap 2, so he's got to keep it together if he wants to carry on as well. Oh, we got Force India. Oh, as Master Berserkers just bins it at the top of Paul Frere, so that was unfortunate for him. So he's at the back. That's promoted DLG Gamble up into P2. Gaps are starting to tumble here in spot at the moment. 6/10 separating between Greek Master and New Zealand Ryan as they're going through last source now. I think the closest at the moment is DRC Jared and Fens as they go towards up Eau Rouge at the moment. Now Jared has got to get this absolutely nailed on. He can't afford to mess the corners up now. He doesn't want to get any more penalties. Fens has more of an opportunity. Oh. They're side by side going through the Kemmel straight now. Oh, this is going to be absolutely intense as well. We got
Ryan's going for it as well.
Yeah, Ryan is going for it as well.
He's up into the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. I didn't even see that. I was looking on board with Jared, and Jared's up into P3. So Fens down into P4 and Greek down into P2. So that is the Williams drivers losing a little bit there, but Greek not having enough just yet. He's still trying to get stuck in there with Ryan heading towards turn 11. But Ryan up into the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix with DRC Jared in P3, V Fens in P4. Team Armada up into P5, and with all that battling up ahead, he's caught up quite a bit there. 1.2 seconds is the gap between himself and V Fens. So the battle is still very much on as we've got a yellow flag in sector 2, and that's Master Berserk at no name, who looks like he's spun or had a collision. I'm not sure, but I think that's front wing damage. And yeah, that looks like it could be race over for the Force India driver, unfortunately. But Greek still 4/10 behind Ryan there as Jared is trying to catch back up to there. V Fens looks like he's fallen behind a little bit. But yeah, as we head towards lap 4, Greek down to P2, he looks like he's still trying to get stuck in there, Jess.
Yes, he is, as those two are just going through the bus stop chicane at the moment. Greek Master was closer to what New Zealand Ryan was in the final few turns earlier on as well. And also Fens is closing up to Jared as well. Greek Master got the DRS. Unfortunately, he's not close enough to make the move into turn 1 at the source right now. But could we see a replica move to what New Zealand Ryan did to Greek Master earlier on a lap ago? We'll have to wait and see as they both go through Eau Rouge now past Radiant. And someone just went a little bit wide there. That was a bit cautious. I think it was New Zealand Ryan getting a time penalty there. As Greek Master's got the DRS lap open. The two DRS straights are close to each other. As Greek Master got some move done at the top of the hill. As Greek Master takes the lead again of this Grand Prix. The lap battle for the lead is pretty much going to change throughout the entire race at this rate. This is looking to be great stuff from the two championship contenders liking to be it as well. But don't forget Jared as well. He's on this championship fight as well, close enough in P3, so he wants to play for the action as well. Fens 4/10 behind as well. Ben in 5th place. He's around 1.9 seconds behind Fens. Could he catch up to him? And don't forget the battle at the back as well. We got Roscoe and Rain fighting as well. And Prez BC, a battle for P8 at the moment. As Master Berserk, I think, is going to the pits to change his front wing, and it's not looking like to be a race for him at the moment at this stage. All these guys using the available curb needed for this track, because it's very crucial in this circuit to get the curb in as much as possible as well. But Greek Master's definitely having the advantage here. He's not letting Hungary throw at him. He's concentrating on this race, and that is what he is doing, and he's pretty much enjoying this. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. No technical difficulties from any of the drivers today, because we want this to be a fair fight between these Oceania drivers. As Ryan is, I think, a little bit further back to make the move on Greek Master going into turn 1, and Fender's a bit too further back to make the move on Jared into turn 1. And we're on lap 5 already, and the battles are shaping up to be close indeed as well. But wow, Greek Master and New Zealand Ryan it is going to be close throughout this race. But New Zealand Ryan has got a penalty, Greek Master hasn't. So looks like it's all on Greek Master at the moment, but maybe Ryan's going to try and make a move across the Kemmel Straight. They are on the top of the hill now. No, Ryan could not take that. Nice defending from Greek Master at the top of the hill, as them two are now going towards the left curve, going to Bruchel right now. As yeah, unfortunately Ryan could not make that move done, as Greek Master holds on to the lead very crucially there.
Yeah, God, this is getting a little bit too sweaty, I'm not going to lie, because the whole top 4 going for the lead of this Grand Prix, and some drivers like Ben and Ryan, you see by Ben's videos that it is Team Ryan versus Team Greek, as some drivers like to say. So right now, Team Greek is doing quite well with Ryan and Fens, but Team Ryan, obviously Ryan and Jared in P2 and P3, so it's looking very good right now for Greek Master. He's pulled a gap about 8 tenths, but yeah, this is going to get a little bit intense towards the end of this race. Obviously all these guys in the same strategy, apart from Fens. You can see he's starting to fall behind a little bit here, but Jared, you can see he's trying to get close to Jared, Ryan, sorry, as he loses the back end there. But Greek Master looks like he's pulling away here, Jess, as we're on to lap 6 out of 22.
He's doing a replica to what he did in Hungary, where he got the move done from Quicksilver, and he just basically controlled the race from start to finish. Greek Master has not had the easy ride though. He had New Zealand Ryan on top of him as well, and like I said earlier, New Zealand Ryan is one of Ryan's much stronger tracks at the moment, so it's definitely going to be a fair fight between these two. He's not going to pull away that easy, and as he said, Charlie, he was pulling away. Ryan's starting to improve the pace a bit more. He's now 2 tenths behind New Zealand Ryan. Oh, that was a bit of a slide from DRC Jared there. Oh, he's in the grass. Fender's probably going to try and close up to him due to that mistake from DRC Jared. Prez BC up into P8. The battle with Roscoe Arm is intensifying once again, so we're concentrating on the lead, because New Zealand Ryan has got to do all he can to make sure that he can possibly get the move done just before the pit stop, as we are approaching the pit window now, as a lot of these guys will pit in the next few laps or so for those soft tyres. But Fens, the only one of the top 10 on the soft tyres, so he's going to be the one who's going to be out for a few laps longer than anyone else. Possibly Fens and Greek Master deciding on alternate strategies. Greek Master taking the faster option, as Fens taking the hardest, the soft tyres. So that's probably going to help Greek Master out. But who knows? Who knows? As New Zealand Ryan is trying to catch up at the bus stop, DRC Jared is going, and that's the end of the road for this race for Master Berserk, as he is out of the session. As yes, I was right in the pit window, as Greek Master and New Zealand Ryan are going into the pits, Charlie. It is the battle of the pit crew.
Yep, so Ryan and Greek both having the same ideas. Into the pit lane they go, medium compound tyres for New Zealand Ryan. What about Greek Master? Also into the mediums, but who's going to come out on top between these guys? It's just about Greek Master coming out of this pit box, but it's still pretty much on here, as Ryan is going to get a major slipstream out of Eau Rouge there, as he's right behind the Williams driver of Greek. But for all this battle for the lead, once again, DRC Jared and Fens going at it, but that's Fens up into the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix, and I feel like Jared didn't really batter him too much because he's on an alternate strategy, so it makes sense for Jared to let Fens through. But here's Ryan, he's getting close to Greek Master, but I feel like I kind of know what Ryan's trying to do now. He's trying to conserve a little bit, stay behind Greek Master, save his DRS, and just wait for the right moment. Maybe if Greek makes a mistake, he's going to just pounce out of nowhere and try and get that move on the Williams driver, or if he's close enough, he can try and make the move. But for now, I feel like it's a bit early on in the Grand Prix. Going for it early could be a good idea as well, but staying behind them for quite a bit will probably be a lot better as well. As it looks like there's a yellow flag, and that's rain off that pull on there. As I feel like he's either spun it or made a collision with someone, but he's going down the order, and he has dropped down to P10. Oh my god, I was on board with Neon Tridome there as he lost it through Paul as well, but he's just about caught that. But we're probably going to be seeing DRC Jared and Timo Mardik into the pit lane now. Jared with his ERS so low right now, yeah, into the pit lane. He goes well about Timo Mardik in the Ferrari. He carries on, which is quite interesting there. He carries on, does the Ferrari driver. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to pit with Jared, but it looks like he's going to carry on for a little bit longer as Roscoe Arm gets a 5-second stop go for exceeding track limits. DRC Jared comes out of the pits on the medium compound tyres, but where's he going to come out on track compared to Greek Master and Ryan? Out the pits comes Jared, but where's everyone else? Greek Master coming through turn 1, Ryan coming through turn 1. It's going to be close between Ryan and Jared, but looks like Jared is behind Ryan for now as they head towards the top of Eau Rouge.
Yeah, the battle for the top three, pretty much for the net lead, is continuing with Jared having a good pit stop there. Almost got the undercut work, but unfortunately, Greek Master and New Zealand Ryan were up there and at it, and that's why they kept that position. As I think New Zealand Ryan was trying to make a move on Greek Master, unfortunately could not quite do it. He was much closer to Greek Master on top of the hill than he was a few laps ago, so these two pitting at exactly the same time is going to be very, very interesting, as they are pretty much equal strength. We have seen in the past how Greek Master has done in championship. He's won various championships on the F1 games. Obviously, in the last season, he did a bit of commentary for us in AOR Oceania, and then he joined midway through the season. This time, he has joined from the start of the season, and he has been a force to be reckoned with. New Zealand Ryan, he is the reigning champion, the double reigning champion, triple pretty much. Double reigning champion of Oceania. He's got a point to prove. He really wants to get this third championship, and he doesn't want to let Greek Master stop to it. As Fens is around about 6 seconds behind Timo Mardik, but he's still yet to pit at the moment, both of them. But Fens on the harder tyre than Timo Mardik, so Fens could possibly help his teammate out, as Timo Mardik is going onto the pits. I do believe he's going to go on to a set of medium tyres. Oh, New Zealand Ryan was very close at the top of the bus stop, but unfortunately could not quite do it at the moment. As I think Greek Master, about to no, he's in front of behind Bosco Arm and Presby C, who are still yet to pit at the moment. Are them two going to let them through, or are they going to fight for it? Looks like they are going to fight for it, going through the top of our Rouge, because I think that laggy person is going on to the pits. He's going on to a set of softs. That is interesting, as so is Ben as well. So they are thinking that the softs could go to the end. We have seen in Belgium in the past it go to the end, so it is doable, as I think Ben wants to see if he can try and go faster. We'll have to wait and see.
Sorry, Jess, can I just butt in here? Greek is really being held up here because Presby C is not letting these drivers through, and this is just letting Ryan catch up. There goes Presby C, and is Ryan going to be let through as well? He does, so that means Greek has literally been held up by literally 2 seconds, which could be costly because he looks like he was getting away from Ryan there. As look, Greek's going a little bit sideways through pole, and this could be Ryan's chance. Ryan's all over the back of Greek Master. He's going to try to go around the outside. And can he make that work? No, he can't. Greek just about keeps that, but look, he's off the racing line heading into the next corner, going into Stavilo. But Ryan looks like he's comfortable, looks like he's really going for it on Greek Master. Greek probably a little bit annoyed that he was held up a little bit by Presby C, but this means that Ryan can keep up with Greek, as Fens is into the pit lane, going onto the medium compound tyres most likely. Timo Mardik on the soft compound tyres. I was very, very surprised to see the Ferrari driver come onto the soft compound tyres, because the strategy is to go onto the medium compound tyres, softs to the mediums, but no, supers to the mediums, sorry. But he thinks that he can take the soft to the end, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be close as Fens comes out on track and he's leading. Greek is being held up and they're going to go side by side through Rouge. Surely not. This is going to be bad. Fens is a bit sideways there through Rouge, and now this is Ryan's chance. This is Jared's chance. This is everyone's chance to try and make the move. Ryan's going to try and go around the outside of Fens, and now Jared's going to try and make a 3 wide heading towards the Sector 1 split. Ryan up into P2, Jared in P3. Where's Fens? Fens is trying to go around the outside of Jared, but Ryan up into P2, Jared into P3. Fens, who loses out 2 positions down into P4. This is only lap 10 out of 22. I know we keep seeing stuff like this. I'm going to lose my voice very quickly.
And to be honest, that'll be the same from me as well. There's been so much action already in this Xbox One Oceania race. This is absolutely crazy. Fens almost got that undercut absolutely spot on, but he just lost it a bit in Radion going towards the Camel Straight, and that allowed DRT Jared, New Zealand Ryan and Greekmaster. Basically, it was pretty much a 3-way, 4-way battle around the Camel Straight. We didn't really see that before, and I think Fens was trying to help his teammate, didn't quite work out, and now he's the one in the thick of it all in P4. So that's Greekmaster back into the lead then of this Grand Prix. New Zealand Ryan in P2 and Jared in P3. And interestingly, what is going to be the role of Jared in this race then? He is in front of New Zealand Ryan, well, behind the New Zealand Ryan, and in front of Fens. Now, we've all seen how Jared and New Zealand Ryan have worked together to help with this situation, as you've seen from a few videos from some of the drivers on YouTube. So I wonder, how is Jared going to challenge New Zealand Ryan for the race victory or for the second podium? Oh, it's the overcut, my bad from earlier. Or is Jared going to get that move done? We'll have to find out, as New Zealand Ryan is catching up to Greekmaster. But Jared is even closer to New Zealand Ryan. It's going to be another 3-way battle going towards the Camel Straight, as New Zealand Ryan. That was a very good move there. He got the lunge. That was textbook stuff from New Zealand Ryan. I'd never seen that move much before. He's absolutely done it. He's got that move perfectly right. I think it was a bit of a mistake from the Williams and the Mercedes drivers. So the Ferrari power almost got it, but it's going to be close indeed, as Reynolds retired from the session. Unfortunately, did not know what happened to him, but that was very good from New Zealand Ryan there to get that job done. But Ryan's got to know that it's not over yet for the Ferrari driver. He's got to make sure he holds it together, because we've still got Greekmaster and Jared behind. Fens is not doing quite enough to catch up to Jared, but Jared is closing up to Greekmaster. Jared really wants that P2 so that badly to try and help New Zealand Ryan. We'll have to wait and see at the moment. Ben, 1.9 seconds behind Perez BC as well. Perez BC, I believe, still yet to pit as well. So we could see Team Lamana move up to P5 in this Grand Prix at the moment as well. So he'll be back to his position at the moment. So yeah, that was absolutely textbook stuff from Ryan, as I think there's going to be another battle for the lead again going towards turn 1. This is insane, Charlie. This is great to watch.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit ridiculous now. I mean, at this rate, we're going to be shouting every single lap. I'm sorry for all the viewers whose ears are going to be bleeding after this race, or it looks like anyway, because these guys are putting on a show right now. We're just over halfway through this Grand Prix now, with DRC Jared trying to catch up to Greekmaster now, and look at him, he's gaining in that slipstream. DRS is going to be wide open for the Mercedes driver. Ryan's going to try and break the slipstream of Greek, but look at Jared, he's getting closer to Greekmaster. He's going to go for the dive bomb. He's thinking about it, but Greekmaster blocks the inside. Jared is going to hold on to P3 for now. Fens is 1.8 tenths, sorry, that just updated, 8 tenths behind DRC Jared. Ben is 8 tenths behind Pres BC on the soft compound tire, so when Ben gets past the Sauber driver, he will have to try and catch back up to the leaders. But when he catches up, I'm going to be worried that his softs might fall off the cliff a little bit here, because the softs will die quite quickly, but a lot less quicker than the medium compound tires. But we'll have to wait and see, as Jared is still putting on the pressure on Greekmaster, and this is letting Fens catch up as well. Lap 12 out of 22, nearly going on to lap 13. Ryan, he's taking the lead now, 4 tenths in front of Greekmaster. Jared in P3 trying to make the move on Greekmaster shortly. Fens is trying to pick up the pieces when these guys battle. But this is one hell of a race right now.
Yes, this is very good stuff and very good to watch as well. As Team Armada was able to get the move done on Pres BC, going through to Blanchimont, but that was quite easy for Team Armada as Pres is still to pit and he's still on 11 lap old mediums, as Team Armada's on a 3 lap used soft. So he was definitely going to come out on top there as that moves Ben to P5 of this race. He's 3.3 seconds behind Fens now. He's on a softer compound tyres. Is he going to push to try and get ahead of Fens? This is going to be interesting as well. As I think Neil Treedome has got it's now almost going to pass Pres BC. I think Pres BC is going to go into the battle with Roscoe.
Sorry, Jess. Sorry to butt in once again, but Jared is trying to go around the outside of Greek Master into the second one split. Is he going to try to keep this move? Greek is going to have the inside, and he's just about kept it once again. So Jared just not getting past Greek Master after that overtaking spot. They're quite a popular place to overtake, it looks like, around here, but Jared will have to wait another lap, and Fens is just catching up, and that's a bit of a mistake there from Ryan. He goes a little bit deep, and now Greek Master is like within a tenth of the Ferrari driver headed towards P1, but this is 100% not an overtaking opportunity, so we'll have to back off a little bit there, but we'll have to wait until the next lap to see an overtake, possibly, unless someone makes a mistake and they try go for the move there. But look how close these drivers are. I haven't seen a race like this in ages, Jess.
Yeah, and it has to be around Belgium. Now, Belgium in AOR and all the races I've commentated on has been close pretty much the whole race. So I brought that jinx here into Oceania, which to be honest, I am very glad to be doing so. And the top 3 are shaping up to be ever so closer. But I think Fens is just not close enough, but maybe you can catch up in the bus stop. Greek Master on the gearbox of New Zealand Ryan going, that was a mistake from Greek Master. That's allowed Jared through into P2. And what's going to happen with Fens then? Greek Master trying to, as Fens lets Greek Master through. Oh, that was an unfortunate mistake from Greek Master. He was doing so well to try and pick up the challenge to New Zealand Ryan, but unfortunately that did not quite work out. Much shame from him. Now all he's got to do is try and TB, as I think we've got a battle for teammates for P3. So I think Greek Master, is Greek Master going to let Fens by, or are they going to be fighting? It looks like they're going to be fighting for position here, as yeah, they are, as Fens is in P3. I think Greek Master, they must be in a party together, and I think Greek Master was saying, Fens, I think you could do the better job than me getting that position to DRC Jared, which quite surprised me, because I thought it would be the other way around, as Greek Master is in second place in the championship. But I don't know what's happening here in terms of strategy for these two Williams drivers, but it's like a Bottas moment where Hamilton wasn't going that fast, and he was like, if I am still not able to catch up to the person from by the line, he would let Bottas through in the Hungary 2017, I think it was, and Hamilton did not break that promise, and he did it. I was a bit worried that he was going to lose a few points from that, but he did win the championship that year, so maybe that is the case there. I think what Greek Master is doing is, I think Fens, Greek Master can see what Fens can do. If Fens cannot catch up to Jared, maybe Greek Master can try and see if he can do it, but I think it looks like Greek Master is struggling, starting to pull away. Fens is closing up to Jared, so Fens is closer to Jared than Greek Master was to Jared. I think that's what the strategy was all along. Jared taking a very different line going towards the start-finish straight. That's allowing Fens to close right over onto the Mercedes. This is going to be interesting through last tours now. New Zealand Ryan already pulling away. He's having a very good race so far. That move around the top of the hill past the Camel Straight definitely did help him, and he has had the lead ever since on the second half of the race. And I wonder what's going to happen here between the Mercedes and the Williams driver. What is going to through across the Camel Straight? Fens is he going to try and make the move? Oh, I think he does it, but let's see across the top of the hill. Yes, he does. Fens gets that move done quite nicely. He's now up into P2 now. He is on a charge. He's on much newer tyres than New Zealand Ryan, so he's going to have much more grip on those medium tyres than New Zealand Ryan. So I won't be surprised if Fens challenges New Zealand Ryan for the win. Fens hasn't had a win in a long time. For the last win he's had was last season in season 15, season 2 I mean, where he only joined towards the end of the season, and he proved to be very well. He has run no line this season. He did won the line in season 2, and he is showing why he's not giving up on his craft, and he's doing very well with no racing line. So very impressed with how Fens is going this race. He's going like a horse at the moment, but Team Greek Master is definitely struggling, as Team Armada gets 8/10 of a second behind him. So this is going to be interesting as well. So definitely the top 5 are fighting for pretty much the win here as we go towards lap 15 out of 22. This is remarkable stuff from this. I still feel quite bad for Greek Master, but I still feel really good for the guys battling up in the front. New Zealand Ryan, definitely my driver of the day at the moment in time. Fens already shown that he's, I think, the fastest guy on track right now. He's going to do all he can to try and close in. This could be his chance, Charlie.
It definitely can. I was going to say, welcome Team Armada into the 5-way battle for the lead of this Grand Prix. Ryan and Fens both squirming on the exit of Eau Rouge, but here comes the Williams driver v Fens, staying in that slipstream with the Ferrari driver. He's gaining. Ryan goes defensive. Why is he close enough? It doesn't look like he is close enough. You can see in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, he is using 0 on his ARS mode, so he's not going to try and make the move just there. He's going to try and conserve a little bit, wait for the perfect time to make the move on the Ferrari driver. But Team Armada 6/10 behind Greek Master now, lap 16 out of 22. Time's running out for the Ferrari driver, but we're going to be seeing these soft compound tyres start to die a little bit now. He's had his moments on the softs to really put in good lap times here. You can see he's really caught up with all this battling, but because it's the soft compound tyres, it's going to start falling off the cliff a little bit here. We're going to be seeing a little bit slower lap times, and penalties as well is going to be quite a big factor. We've seen a lot of drivers get penalties. I think Greek Master's the only driver who hasn't got penalties right now, but I will update you when we get nearing the end of this Grand Prix. But right now, Ryan is holding the lead of this Grand Prix with Fens 3/10 behind the New Zealand Ryan right now. But Fens is on a mission. He is trying to get back up to the lead, back where he wants to be, where after his pit stop he was leading the Grand Prix, but as he had cold tyres, he couldn't keep that lead of the Grand Prix. But he's all over the back of the Ferrari driver right now. He's going to get the DRS as we head on to lap 17 out of 22. Ryan is going to be a little bit cautious. Not really cautious, but has to be careful of Fens, because you can see he's all over the back of his gearbox. Jared is also on the back of Fens, so this could be another 3-wide moment we'll have to see as we head towards Eau Rouge. Up the hill we go, and Ryan is going to... It looks like he's a little bit slower compared to Fens. Fens is a lot closer, but where's Jared? Jared isn't close enough. Ryan's he's gonna have the outside line. Fens is gonna take the inside line as we head towards the sector 1 corner. Into the next corner we go. Fens takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix with Ryan in P2, Jared in P3, but there's still time to go here. There's still plenty of time to see if Ryan or Jared can make the move in the Williams driver. Greek Master looks like he's fallen a little bit behind those guys, but it looks like we can still see Greek trying to keep up with them. Ben in P5, still a second behind Greek, but like I said earlier, I feel like this is where his soft compound tyres are starting to fall off the cliff here, Jess.
Yes, it is, as I think he's losing a bit of time at the moment, as Greek Master is gaining a bit of time on Jared, so he's found out a little bit more time. I think he had a chance to conserve it a little bit. Oh, Greek Master getting a penalty there. That was unfortunate, but Fens is starting to fall away again. I think Fens has done quite well as well. I wasn't expecting Fens to be the one that was battling New Zealand Ryan for the race victory, but it looks like it is going to be at this moment. I think Greek Master, will probably be rooting Fens on. He wants at least one of the Williams drivers, I got to say, to win. Unfortunately, it isn't him, but he is not giving up on the race victory for the constructors, as Fens is going faster and faster per lap. This is remarkable stuff from the Williams driver. I'm seeing on the other gaps at the moment. I think, to be honest, the battle for the win, I think, safe to say, is pretty much between Fens, New Zealand Ryan and DRC Jared. They're the ones closest on the track at the moment. Greek Master a little bit too further back at the moment, but we have seen surprises in Hungary last time about, so we can't rule Greek Master out just yet. He is definitely on course to get some good points this race, despite the 8th place he had last time about. So very interesting here as well. So New Zealand Ryan's on 11 lap used tyres, Jared on 10 as well. But I don't think Jared is going to challenge New Zealand Ryan that much. He's probably going to do his best to try and hold on hold up Greek Mask. We'll have to wait and see as well. Neon Tridome in P6, he's doing quite well as well. He has no one...
Jess, do you mind if I butt in here quick? Because I've just seen the penalties, and this is going to get a little bit interesting.
Don't spoil
so
it.
the whole top four... The whole top four have got 3 seconds worth of penalties. Ben hasn't got a single warning yet, and looking at the leader's gap, he's 3.2 seconds behind. So if Ben gets 3/10 up to Fens, Ben can still win this race if he doesn't get a penalty. So I'm not sure if Ben knows this, but if he just keeps going, keeps pushing as hard as he can, we could see Tim Marduk winning the Belgian Grand Prix still. But with old softs, I don't know. It's going to be a push, but I can still very much win this Grand Prix, Jess.
There's 3 more laps to go as well, so anything can happen. But even if he doesn't win, Team Armada could get a good podium position in P2. So no matter what happens, Ben is going to get a good result for the second race. I'm not going to jinx it anymore, so I'm not going to say anything more. Ben has got to run to make sure that he tries and stays clear of the guys, otherwise he's going to drop massive positions. So yeah, from what I've seen from Ben's videos on YouTube, he's doing all he can to try and avoid these corner cutting penalties, and he's doing that well in AOR Oceania, I gotta say, and in other leagues as well, which we're not mentioning here because we're not allowed to say other leagues, but yes, he is doing so much better, I think, for the latter stages of the season, I think, at the moment. He has missed a few races, and I can safely say that he's gonna try and make sure that he can try and hold on to that position. But once those tyres start to die a little bit, that is when you'll probably take his foot off the pedal a little bit to try and make sure he holds on to possibly that win. It's going to be absolutely tight on penalties, I've got to say, but it's a bit unfortunate that the race can be decided on penalties. Yeah, a few people are shocked in the chat that Ben has got no warnings, but to be honest, I'm not shocked at all, due to the fact the last few races in other leagues, he didn't get any warnings at all, or penalties. So yeah, and I think the race he didn't get warnings on was one league race in Belgium as well. So yeah, and I think he is losing a bit of time. So but I think he's still going to get in a good position anyway. So no matter what happens, I think as long as he keeps it clean and he stays around about a second, he possibly could gain a win, or possibly P2 or a podium. So no matter what, Ben is definitely on an advantage here. We'll just have to find out.
Yeah, so 2 laps remaining. 3.8 seconds is the gap between Ben and Fens. It looks like he might be out of his reach yet, but there's still a little bit of time for Ben to catch up to 3 seconds. Well, it's 4 seconds now. Ben needs to start pushing if he wants to win this Grand Prix. But back to the lead of this race, we got Fens, who's 1 second in front of Jared, out of that DRS range. Now Ryan is down to P3. I feel like he's let through Jared. I did actually see that on board, but Ryan is down to P3 now. Greek Master down into P4. He also was in a good position to win this Grand Prix, but just a few laps ago he did get that 3-second time penalty. That's put him out of contention to win. Ben 4.1. His tyres are starting to die off a little bit here. Neon Tridome in P6, that lucky person P7. Post BC, these guys we haven't been talking about a lot of this race because we've had such a good battle for the lead of this Grand Prix. But Post BC and Laggy Person still going at it for position 7 here, both on the soft compound tyres. Roscoe Arm in P9 and DLG Gamble in P10. 4.1 second is still the gap between Ben and V Fens, but is time running out, Jess? I feel like it could be.
Yeah, and he is dropping a bit of time already, so unfortunate that I think he was on good intention to win then, but I think due to the fact he did pit in the softs, unfortunately, yeah, I think he is losing a bit of time, but you know what, he's kept it clean all race, and props to him, as he is going to get some more crucial points for Ferrari in the constructors. Which I think is going to be good as well. So he's definitely going to help his teammate New Zealand Ryan out at least as well. So that will be good to see, but we'll have to wait and see how the penalties are applied towards the end of this race then. So anyway, so Fens is about 3/10 behind Jared. I don't know if it's going to affect for penalties, but it may affect on track. They want to win on track. DLC Jared is side by side with Fens, going towards the top of the hill. DLC Jared gets the move done, and Jared is leading on track at this moment in time. This is really, really good stuff from Jared. I think that was the same move that New Zealand Ryan did around about towards the middle of this race. And good job, sorry, my bad, from Jared. And Jared is on much older tyres than Fenn, so I don't know how he got that move done, but he must have done that very well by the looks of things. Now, let's see what's going on with that laggy person and Fred. They're going to make the same move. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake from that from these two guys there. That unfortunately caught a little bit off guard as well. Fenn's 2.3 seconds behind. He's New Zealand Ryan catching up as well. This is going to be absolutely remarkable, I got to say. And Harry Ryan in the chat is saying that this is delicious. It is. It's a good race, and there's quite a lot of people watching now to watch the last few laps of the Grand Prix. If you just joined us, you've just joined us at the right time. Welcome to AOR Oceania, peeps. We had some technical difficulties with the lobby, but they are still racing and not letting those technical difficulties throw them. Fenn's on the bus stop chicane with DRC Jared going towards the final corner. Fenn's is on a mission right now. This is going to be textbook stuff for this race. If Fenn's wants to get that podium, he's got to challenge Jared for the win on track, otherwise he won't get that podium at the moment. So we're on the final lap now, and anything can happen. And New Zealand Ryan is around about a second behind them, but they can still catch up here at the moment. And we've also got a battle for P7 for Pro 3 and Atlanta Paris. It'll be interesting to see how those penalties apply as well. Oh, Fenn and Jared, they are going to do the same move forward. Oh! There was almost contact. New Zealand Ryan is Fenn side by side at the moment now. Oh, hopefully we don't see a Hungary. I hope not. And so, oh, Ben is nearly 3 seconds behind this. We thought Ben is out of this. I don't think he is. No, oh no, I'm on interval, not leader. My bad. And Ryan's got another penalty. Oh, he's got to keep it clean now if he wants to stand a chance of getting that podium. He's obviously a chance there as Jared has got a few more corners to go. If he stays like
oh my God!
What has happened, John? You see Ryan?
Greek has just punted Ryan off the track, and Ryan's down to P5, and that is more controversy for the championship. Ryan's been punted by Greek Master, and Ryan's down to P5. So that is, I don't even know what to say to that. We'll have to see what they have to say in the podium interviews we're going to do. But Ryan's down into P5 as Fenn is still trying to keep up with Jared as in nearly more contacts. Well, that is Jared. He comes in the final corner to win the most chaotic Belgian Grand Prix with Fenn in P2. Greek Master takes P3. What about Ben? He takes the podium. Ben takes P3 with Greek Master in P4. Ryan takes P5, which is ridiculous by what I've seen by Greek Master. On my screen, he completely punted the Ferrari off the track. But it could be different from my point of view. Could be different on anyone's point of view from that crash. But that is even more. You can see he's left the session. He's fuming. I literally can't believe that.
That is crazy. I gotta say, we're having problems with Charlie in the party. I can't. I think he's back, or I'm having trouble. I don't know. But anyway, that was absolute chaos. I gotta say, from these guys. Last week it was Greek Master that was that got involved in an incident. This week is New Zealand Ryan. So what is happening with these championship stuff? Absolutely crazy stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm having trouble connecting to the party at the moment. But anyway, yeah. So the championship is definitely turned on its head again, as we've got Tim and Mud have been on the podium for the second week in a row, and we've got Jared. I think, yeah, Jared doing very well to take the win once again. So he is doing very well with himself, I've got to say, as I'm waiting to get an invite again to the party. And I think I have got an invite. Yes, I have. I am back. Don't quite know what happened with the party there. I'm just checking if I can hear you, Charlie, before we invite you.
Yep,
Cool.
We're good.
Cool.
I can hear you.
Yeah, that's fine. But anyway, we've got our results here. Jared takes the win again for the second week in a row, with Fenn this time in P2. A much better result from him. in P2 there, and Ben again takes P3. Greek Master in P4. New Zealand Ryan, unfortunate with what happened to him. I feel very bad for him that what happened, unfortunately. But I think it's going to be close to the championship now. Greek Master's going to close in onto New Zealand Ryan by the looks of things. With Neil Treedome in P6, Pres BC in P7, that laggy person in P8, Gamble in P9, and Roscoe rounding up your top 10. When unfortunately your two non-finishers, Ryan and Mars Berserk there. And I think I don't have everybody added on my friend list for the podium interview.
I'll get them in, don't
I
worry.
think I have Ben, and I have Ben and Fens, but I don't have.
I've got Jared.
Jared, hold on. Do I have? I definitely have Ben, but let's see if I have Fens. I think I do. Right, so let's get. We'll try. So let me just let me. Whilst Charlie gets all three, then let me just switch the scenes around a little bit, so you don't see the lobby right now at the moment. So, yeah, we got Fens, we've got Jared. Let's see if we could. He's right at the bottom on my friends list. So, where is he?
I think he's joining.
Yep, he is. I think Charlie could interview our first place man, Jared.
Yeah, okay, Jared, congrats on your P1. That was, I mean, my voice is dead, that's one thing. That was battling from the first lap all the way to the last lap, but yeah, just tell us what that race was like. I mean, I don't think I've seen a race like this in ages.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. 4 cars that close for like the whole race it's pretty cool, but yeah, it was just so sweaty, just trying to make sure I had enough battery and stuff, and then trying to make that move on Fens, which is like I nearly ran out of battery just as I got past him, so to make sure I was like really deep under brakes. And yeah, but GG for Fens, because that was a pretty cool battle, but it's a shame what happened to Ryan at the end.
Yeah, did you hear what happened between those guys? I'm assuming you guys were in the party, but on my screen
Ryan
it
said
looked
something
like...
about desync. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Oh.
I was too busy trying to... I'm not too sure, but I said Ryan say desync, but I was too busy trying to like get to the end in P1.
But yeah, good result from you, and going to the next track at Monza. What are your thoughts on that track?
Yeah, big extreme fest. Slow down to us and stuff. Good fun though.
Yep, good race, and congrats on your P1. Going on to Fens in P2. Good race again, Fens. Again, a lot of battles with yourself and Jared and Greek and everyone. It looked like everyone on the track. So tell us what that was like from your point of view.
Well, I got a bit lucky at the start, but then I fell back. I just wanted to stay behind Jared and save my ERS, and then I almost made the overcut work on everyone because I saw that I went one lap extra than what I was planning to, because I saw they were getting held up. So yeah, just tried that, but I didn't really want to go side by side through El Rouge when I've got like a really bad run. So yeah, and then at the end I let Jared go on lap 21 because I had 0% ERS, so I was going to try and save for lap 22, but couldn't get it done. So yeah, great battle.
And again, Monza, thoughts on that track? Strong track for you?
Don't know, I've only done one lap of it with no line, so should be interesting. It will be definitely a lot of slipstream though. Doubt anyone will be able to break it like at Belgian.
Yeah, so congrats on your P2. Moving on to Ben in P3. Well, on Ben, podium spot, no penalties, and yeah, unlucky with your teammate as well. I honestly don't know what happened with Ryan. I mean, if it was desync, well, I'm lost for words right now, to be honest. But from your point of view, just tell us what was like your race.
Trying to make the supers and soft strategy work, and oh my goodness, around lap 15 I was like, Jesus, this is getting good, this is getting tasty, and then the tyres died off right at the last 3 laps, and I've actually thought I was going to win, but my tyres were dying, Yeah, I'll have to watch the stream back and see how close it was. I think I might have fallen just outside of 3 seconds of Jared on the last lap. It was, but shame on Ryan.
You were very close. I'm not gonna lie. The chat was blowing up quite a lot when they realised that everyone had penalties apart from you. You were like 3.2 seconds behind the lead of this Grand Prix, and then the tyres died off a little bit, and then and then there was, I think, the guys battled quite a lot, and then you caught up a little bit there, but then I mean, good race though. On to Monza.
Yeah, on to Monza. Good track for me. I think one of my strongest, so I'll be looking to be in the pace a bit more. I mean, in the battle a bit more today. Next week. Oh my god, just shut me up.
Okay. Jess, have you got any questions?
I've done like 5 hours of driving today, so that's my brain.
Same.
So quite a lot there, and to still get that podium is great stuff. Well done to all 3 of you. You definitely gave us a race to remember, I gotta say. So well done, and hopefully we'll have some good battles for you next week as well. So thank you guys for watching the stream. I think the most we've had on the stream tonight was around about, I think it was about 330 something, especially towards the final few laps. So it was pretty intense, I've got to say, but definitely one worth watching. So thank you guys so much. Thanks to our sponsors, Elgato, Hype Energy, GT Amiga Racing and stuff like that. And we are looking, I think, Fens will be back next week for the Italian Grand Prix. Thank you so much, Charlie, for filling in for Pitcho this week. You did really good.
Thank you. Pleasure as always.
And we will see you same time next week at 8 PM Australian time for the Italian Grand Prix. Have a good one and see you soon. Good night.